it's Ebony.
And it's Denise.
And we're back with another update in regards to our trying to conceive journey. In this video, we're going to talk to you guys about episode 2 and 3. So sit back, relax, and let's get started. Actually, before we go into episode 2 and 3, we saw quite a stirring in comments in regards to episode 1 when we disclosed with you guys that we will be using the same donor that we used for Olivia. So you've always been supportive of the decisions that we make, and we know we're not going to be able to please everybody in the decisions that we make in our family. We both decided that we are going to use the same donor that we used when I tried to get pregnant with Olivia. So why did we choose to go with the same donor? We understand that using the same donor with Denise, the baby would probably not look biracial. However, I must be honest with you, right now, I actually face that problem, which will probably be a later video down the line, but a lot of people do not assume Olivia is my daughter because how fair her skin is. Her skin is more fair than what you guys actually see in our video. She's very, very, very close to Denise's complexion. Sure. And even Olivia identifies herself with looking like Denise rather than me because of the difference in our complexion. So it's already something that I've gone through, and I think that's why I'm totally okay with using the same donor.
This is a conversation that we sat down. We both had different opinions, and you know, it's just something you decide together. It's not just her opinion or my opinion. It's something you come together and you decide what to do.
Exactly. And a major reason is because genetically they will be related. They will have the same genetics, even though it's half, but to me that's full, because both of our kids have their mama and mommy's genes, and they will have the same genes as the donor, which to me makes them full siblings in our thought process. There is no right or wrong way when choosing your donor. Every family has a different way of how they choose their donor. I've seen 2-mom families where both parents look black and the child looks mixed. I mean, there's just so many thought process and options when choosing a donor, and so this is the way for us, and we truly hope that you respect that, as we have seen that it has created great debate in our comment section. But that's pretty much all we're going to touch upon in regards to our decision as a family that we're sticking to. So now let's get into episode 2.
So episode 2 was the big secret. This was where we was able to sit down with Olivia and basically get her opinion about having a sibling and just her feelings on everything, and whether or not she wanted a sibling and how she felt about it.
So let's cut to a scene right now of us talking to Olivia. Ali, can mommy talk to you for a moment? Huh?
Okay.
Yeah, I can. Let me ask you a question. Do you think that we are ready to have another baby in the house?
Yes. I'm going to be the best sister ever to take care of a baby.
Oh, you're going to be the best sister ever to take care of the baby? Well, mommy and I are going to try to start working on having another baby, but we want to just make sure it's okay with you.
It's alright.
It's okay?
Yes.
Okay. So pretty much that's all episode 2 was about, was just pretty much us having a one-to-one moment with Olivia. And then towards the end of the episode, we spoke about having to research where we were going to be doing our fertility treatments. So that brings us now into episode 3. So episode 3 was entitled Dilating the Cervix. In this episode, Denise and I found our fertility center called Hudson Valley Fertility Center. Shout out to them. We met with them, and pretty much in this episode you saw that we had a conversation with them post Denise already going through several different diagnostic tests, such as you went through the HSG, which is a routine exam where they insert dye inside of you to see if it runs through your fallopian tubes. And then you also did like a saline ultrasound to check. That's when they inject now, instead of dye, saline into your uterus to make sure that you don't have no polyps or cysts, and the shape of the uterus looks perfect. You did
very uncomfortable and painful at times, but
she also did several blood work and blood tests in that regards as well. After all of the testing, the doctor through doing one of the tests felt like Denise had something called cervical stenosis, which is very complicated to explain, so I'm gonna cut to this clip right here.
If you try to put the catheter in, we try a little bit of dilation, but to really get in there, and if it's really a lot of very restriction, it's almost like granite. You have to soften it up a little bit and then try to dilate it so that fertility enhancing procedures like insemination are better.
So after the doctor explained everything and the process of having the surgery, me and Ebony discussed the surgery and made a decision to go through with it. And at first I was scared, and the reason for that is I never had a surgery before. I've never been put to sleep, none of that. So it was really scary at first. But once the day came, they made me feel so comfortable, and I guess all that fear just went away, especially when I went into like the surgery area. All that fear went away, and I had an excellent nurse there. She just made my nerves go away too, so that was great. So after I got out of the surgery, I was really drowsy and just a little bit loopy, and like I said before, it was my first time being put to sleep in a surgical center.
But she did great. You did great.
I did great. I did. I was really proud of myself.
She was a great patient for never ever having surgery, which is so good. So this leads me to the questions that we saw under that episode, which we love and is dope. So make sure you guys continue asking us questions. So pretty much one of the questions was from another channel that we love so much called Two Moms and Twins. Are you going straight to medicated IUIs, or is the doc just doing an insemination? Are IUIs only available at fertility doctors in your state? Denise's insurance had covered all of the diagnostic testing as it pertains to us making sure that we reached our deductible. I cannot explain those things to you guys, but our insurance had a deductible. Once our deductible was met, they covered everything that happened after that. So with fertility, it varies upon different fertility centers. Some may start you on a slower pace where they call it a natural IUI cycle, which is no medications. And some would tell you should just start off with medications. And I think the difference between the two is because you're making such an investment in regards to even doing fertility, they try to start you off in the most invasive way to make your chances more probable and more successful. So we did start off with a medicated cycle. IUIs, at least in where we live in our GYN practices, is not done. I'm not sure if that is a state thing or not, but I know IUIs are not done in the GYN offices up here. A lot of the comments, honestly, are more so just very well wishes for Denise and you guys cheering and rooting for us and telling us that we got this, and we thank you so much. I'll be honest with you, we were super nervous in sharing this journey with you guys because we thought it would be added stress to our household and to our journey, and so far it has been truly an amazing experience to read other people's comments of that they've been through this and what their experiences are.
So I just feel like the way I look, I guess a lot of people just think that I'm not able to get pregnant, and they basically judge a book by its cover, and is that the way to say it?
Yes.
Judge a book by
its cover.
Exactly.
And by sharing this,
we
are ripping that cover off of the book.
Exactly. Exactly. So it's really gonna be it's gonna shock people, not only people who view us on YouTube, but people that we see on a daily basis, which is
our family.
Awesome. We're gonna be able to change people's minds and thoughts. Hopefully change people's minds and thoughts about how, you know, I'm still a female. Although I dress like this, it makes no difference. I'm still a female, and I still have those wants to be pregnant and to share my journey with you guys.
Episode 4, I can't believe it's already episode 4. Episode 4, if my memory serves me correctly, is going to have some more intimate moments with Denise at the doctor's office. So make sure, for those who can, to check in. Shout outs to our team, Two Moms International, for hanging in there with us and supporting us through this journey, even though you don't have access to the app.
But we're doing our best to make sure that we're summarizing this so you guys are not missing out on anything.
You really are not. You really are not missing anything at all.
All right, you guys.
Team 2